Hello guys, and welcome back to a new video. Because many of you have a lot of question about Tesla in general, my car, Tesla Model Y, Tesla Model 3 and Tesla in general, I kind of decide to make a video, an update video, and I have with my Tesla Model Y standard range around 18,000 kilometers, and I want to give you my feedback. I have it for around 6 months or something like that, and I want to give you the good points and the bad point that I find out in this Tesla Model Y until today. And I hope I can bring you a lot of useful information, because I know, and I have so many messages from you that ask me, it's okay to buy a Tesla, it's okay to buy a Tesla Model Y, a standard range, a long range, which model? Many people are not sure yet if they want to make this transition between thermal engines to electric engines, and some of them are kind of confused and they don't know what to do. And in this video I try to give you my information and my feedback about the car and about Tesla in general, and what is my opinion about this transition to electricity. So yeah, let's start the video, guys. First of all, I want to talk a little bit about my car. My car, it's a Tesla Model Y 2023. It's a standard range. It comes with LFP battery, and all the Tesla Model Y standard range and all the Tesla Model 3 standard range these days come with LFP battery, and they are built in China. I have no problem with my car being built in China or in any other country, as long as the quality is good. And to be honest, I had before a Tesla Model 3, for those of you that already know that, and it was from 2019, and it was built in USA. And to be honest, this Tesla Model Y built in China standard range has better build quality than my previous Model 3. And when I talk about build quality, I mean every single lock between the doors, every single rubber, every single piece in the interior, and also on the exterior of the car, plus the paint of the car. From my point of view, it's much better, and I felt that also when I drive and when I close the doors, when I touch certain materials, and also when I look around the car to see the lines and the difference, different gaps between the panels. So from my point of view, if you are not sure if you want to buy a Tesla from China, I can definitely say the build quality, it's quite good. And also Elon Musk said at some point that the cars built in China, they're better built than in other countries, actually in USA, because it's not other country that build, yeah, it is in Germany, but he said that at some point, but I think he referred to USA. Anyway, the build quality is good until now, so I don't have any problem with the build quality. I feel like the windows, the doors, every single stalk, and every single element inside and outside, it's quite stable until now, and I didn't feel any problem from this point of view. The second thing, the build quality, it's good. Now the second thing, let's talk a little bit about the batteries and why I choose the LFP battery. Because I study a lot before I brought the car. I study a lot and I look on the internet, a lot of videos, I read studies, and I saw studies with batteries. And LFP batteries, even though they have less range, they are a little bit heavier, and they kind of warm a little bit slower, so you need a little bit more time to charge. I didn't feel that in real life for me personally, because yeah, all the time when you schedule, when you navigate to supercharger, the car will, the management of the battery will preheat the battery, and then when you reach the destination of the charger, the car will be ready to charge at high speed. And I didn't feel that problem. I feel between my previous long range, and this one, where was the other battery, I feel like the charging speed is kind of the same, maybe 5-10 minutes difference between them, but from this point of view, it's fine. Then the other thing, because it's heavier, it has a less range, and here, to be honest, I felt that less range in comparison with my long range, but I felt that when I have to do long trips and I did some long trips with the car, and this is a point that I wish to be different. I don't like it too much. If you go on Tesla website and you want to buy a car, you can see the estimated VLTP range, and you can see on the standard range Model Y for the moment it's 455 kilometers, and when I get the car, brand new car, I charge it 100% and it shows me only 418 kilometers, right? 418, it's still fine. And then when you drive the car in real life, and I have 18,000 kilometers with this Model Y, I have to be honest with you, you can reach 300 kilometers. So if you want to buy a Tesla or an electric car, also from other manufacturers, they almost all are kind of the same, but I'm telling you from my experience with Model Y, if it says 455, you can also put minus 100 kilometers. So 300 kilometers, you can do it with the car. If you drive in very bad conditions, probably 250 kilometers. This is the reality of my tests, and I hope this information is useful for you. But even so, for most of the driving, for me, it's just perfect. I mean, I have enough range to go around the city and also outside, and I make a lot of trips, and I made always trips. I have to drive, for example, next month 2,300 kilometers and then 2,300 kilometers back, and I have, because the Tesla have this incredible supercharging network, you are able to go through every single supercharger without any problem, and the car will calculate for you, so you don't have to stress too much about the range anxiety or stuff like that. And even though when you stop at every single supercharger, you stop for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 50 minutes, 40 minutes maximum, and then you just drive forward. So from my point of view, it's just fine the way it is, even though it sounds less, 300, 250 kilometer real life, but it's more than enough for, I think, 80% of the people. So this is something that really it's important, and I have to tell you in the video. The second thing, because we are here in the trunk, it's about the space. The great part is that you can also set the trunk the way you want it, down, up, and stuff like that, but the entrance in the car and the space in the trunk, it's huge. And not only that it's huge, but for me it was a huge helpful, because sometimes I drive so many kilometers and sometimes I reach destination in the night, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and I can't go to the hotel at 3 o'clock until to next day. So I have to sleep in the car, and I have buy from those of you that saw this video with sleeping in Model Y. I have it on the channel, you can see, because I brought a mat where I can sleep here in the car, and it was so useful. It's so much space here in the car, and I'm super happy with the space. So if you need space, I think Model Y is the car for you. If you don't need this space and this big entrance, I think Model 3 will be perfect. You will get also much more range on Model 3. And you have also better driving feeling. You have much more sporty driving feeling. You have also plenty of space here. You can fold down the seats there, and you have huge space. From the point of view of space, it was incredible. The technology, it's also great, the same technology on all the cars. You have always software updates and new stuff going on. Now, very important are the parking sensors, because on this car you don't have any physical parking sensors. It's based on cameras. The parking sensors are not so precise, and I show that in other video. That means you can't take it for granted, for sure, 100% that the objects are there. They try to improve, they come with a software update that make it easier, but it's just an estimation. So you have to look in the mirrors, you have to estimate, and you have to stop at a certain distance, like then they say there, because the parking sensors are not so precise. This is also very important. Then when it comes to driving feeling, this is quite important, because I had Model 3 and I have Model Y, and I can give you my feedback because I have it for a long time and I drive it a lot. So it's just like that, because I know there are so many people that don't know which one to buy, and I tell you, Model 3, it feels much, it's much more for driving pleasure and feeling. It's much more closer to the ground, it's much more agile, much more faster, and I like it much more. Where Model Y, it's more of a family, heavier car. Handlings are a little bit like a boat. It's not that fun to drive. It's just a useful car for daily driver, and also it's nice. I mean, it's big, it's nice, it's beautiful. Both of them are nice. But when it comes to driving feeling, I give it to Tesla Model 3. So in general, the build quality and the interior of the car, when it comes to seats and material quality and stuff like that, I noticed that it holds pretty well. And also the seats, they didn't wear too much after 6 months in this car. They didn't wear too much in my Tesla Model 3 from 2019. So in terms of build quality, I think it's fine. It's not at the level of Mercedes, Porsche, or I don't know, BMW and some other super premium brands, but it holds really well for the price that you pay for the car. And in the last years they improve a lot, and I feel that even this Model Y, it's much more improved from the previous version of Tesla Model 3. Now guys, this is my feedback in general. Regarding the price of the car, what I noticed that what I paid for the car 6 months ago, now the price are kind of the same, so nothing changed there. So I think I get a lot for my money from this car, and it's easy to drive in the town. It's also quite reliable, and the good part is that I have 18,000 kilometers and I didn't have to change any filter, any oil. I didn't have to go to service to schedule a service. I just drive the car. If you don't have any error there, you don't have to worry. You just drive it, and that's it. I have 8 years warranty for motor and for the battery, and I have also 4 years warranty for the body and elements. So if for some reason the trunk is broke tomorrow or some light, I can go to warranty and they will change it in warranty. And another thing that I noticed is that Tesla build the supercharger stations every day, more and more countries, in more cities, and that make it much more easier for us. And yeah, I think those are the most important points for this video. If you still have questions, I will be happy to assist you. You can ask me down below in the comment. I will be happy to give you some useful answer so that you can decide which version, which model you should buy. Also, if you want to use my referral code, I think you have some discounts now. They will give you some credits and some discounts when you buy a new Tesla. You can use my referral code. I will leave it in the description, also on the screen. And also, if you have question regarding that, you can ask me with pleasure. So other than that, I will prepare next days probably another video where I drive the car and I try to give you more information about the driving feeling and the difference that I felt with the car. But in general, when it comes to performance, I think even standard range, no matter Model Y or Model 3, it's more than enough for daily driver, and also more than enough to have some fun and drive quite fast with the car. So that was the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you get some useful information. Stay safe. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I guess I see you soon in the next one. Bye, guys.